Hi, my name is Alex Niazov.
I'm Sasha Dali.
I'm Brandon Rubenstein.
And I'm Alan Roach.
And we'd like to thank you judges for giving us the opportunity to introduce to you Beyond the Birthright, a follow-up on the Birthright experience. We have a problem. That there's no follow-up participation within the Jewish community and less than 4% of retention rate. Our opportunities for success and the demographics demonstrating an increased participation rates within the Jewish community and having an access of undergraduate students within their schools such as any universities, having access to their organizations such as Halal, Chabad, Aish, and other Jewish organizations. The connectivity will help us connect the alumni that retain friendships within Birthright. Our solution: the data analysis service, a mobile application for a smartphone, which is called Beyond Birthright, will utilize the alumni data to foster and create A, social connectivity, B, personalized and consolidated events.
Beyond Birthright will provide, first of all, personal specificity in the presentation of events to them, to these alumni. We are going to base this specificity on a diagnostic survey that sort of filters the events to the students, to the alumni, based on their preferences, based on what information they enter. And in addition, secondly, we're going to provide a singular social platform, just something that's just a click away from your text, where you can communicate, specifically only with other alumni. The way we're going to implement this application, mobile application, is first we're going to introduce the app. Second, connect all these Birthright alumni to one another. And third, offer greater access to these alumni.
Now, how we're going to introduce the app is basically, as you can see, it's the Birthright website. We're going to have the app right on the website so that it's easily accessible, and people could actually access Birthright anytime, anywhere with the app. Now, what's the incentive of being on the app besides the social connectivity? Well, we're going to offer discounts for all events so that it intrigues people to sign up through the app and utilize the app, creating more traffic towards the app. Now, we're going to have a diagnostic survey, like we mentioned before, targeting interest in the Birthright experience. Now, these are a few interests, but what we're doing is connecting interest with events so that we can serve our Birthright alumni with exactly what they want. We're going to deliver the events that they want to their phone through the application.
So one of the most important statistics that we actually found out about Birthright, right, is that, well, not about Birthright, is regularly, Americans, they spend 2 hours a day on mobile applications. So our surveys show that students don't like being spammed, through email, through these accounts. One way that we want to do this, we want to make this application, it's an access point that is basically going to let people basically get this information through the application. It's not going to be through emails that people are just going to skip and go over.
What we really want to create is a social network for Birthright alumni, because this specific demographic, alumni that have retained friendships, have produced higher participation rates. So now, before the Birthright trip, we'd like to give them a link toward the download so that they can converse with one another, get to know one another through this application before they meet each other in real life. And a desire from the alumni has been demonstrated in studies to connect with one another after the trip. So we're sort of giving them something that they've been longing for. The way that events will be entered into the application is by these long-standing organizations themselves, like Aish, like Chabad and Hillel. And what we're going to do is only push notifications which are effectively like receiving a text that sort of stops what you're doing on your phone and you can only see that. for about a second before you cancel it. We're only going to put events that are personalized towards these students. What we're requesting is $100,000 for a pilot project. 50% of this budget is going to go towards event subsidization, $17,000 to application development, $3,000 to application maintenance, and $30,000 towards marketing. In conclusion, what we want to create is an access point, a personalized event system, and then a platform by which students can connect with one. Yes, we have. Brandon here actually has a friend who works with applications.
Yeah, I have a development team that I've worked with before professionally. They developed the application of delivery.com. So they're very, you're not going to have any problems with,
We didn't come up with $17,000 and $3,000. It was stuff.
Other off-the-shelf applications that you can utilize, Facebook, other
There are, and we consider using those, and although they're already to some extent utilized, they aren't at the basis of a post-trip sort of organization. The reason why we don't want to use email and Facebook is so often people have, sort of, there's a connotation to using Facebook where you want to go on there and just see what your friends that you've added and everything are doing. You don't want to see somebody offering you something from eBay or just these, different random events. You sort of filter those out and you just all lump them into spam. So when you have this sort of singular consolidated platform that you know what you're getting when you hit that button on your phone, you're going to be more interested.
Are any of the features that you're making available via the app, are any of them available already on the website itself? The Birthright website?
No, they're not. There's the events that are offered are not specialized. They're just sort of, you can look through it yourself, which again isn't the worst thing in the world, but you don't have the sort of connectivity to the other alumni. And so what we're doing is different from what currently.
In addition, the events that are on the Birthright website right now are only run by Birthright. What we're doing is, taking all the Jewish events from Hillel, Aish, all those programs and putting them into one, which is not available right now.
So is there a dual purpose? Is it connecting individuals with the proper targeted event, and as point number 2, also connecting individuals separate from the events? Is it two?
Yes, because we found that when you maintain those connections with other alumni, then you're more likely to sort of, converse with them and say, oh, are you going to this event? You'd like to go into events and people let you know.
Could you spend some time, 50% of the budget is on event subsidization?
Yes.
What does that mean? Why would you have to subsidize that?
To sort of kickstart, to sort of, develop interest in using this application as opposed to going through already existing websites like the actual website itself, where you can find links to other organizations. In that case, they wouldn't be going through our post-trip application. Instead, they'd be going through the organizations themselves. So what we want to sort of do is, in order to consolidate that and sort of incentivize the use of this application, we're offering it.
Yeah, so it's not, you're not subsidizing the whole event, you're subsidizing, that discount for the certain events that require payment.
Okay.
Thank you.